Okay, let's start. You can sit down in the most comfortable way. You can use it here. Use sitting on your knees like I'm doing, or in Turkish style or whatever. Be sure that you have your hips relaxed and going down, that you are not bending your back like this, yeah? That you are comfortable and good. Let's move our shoulders just a little bit to relax the neck. Let's move the head just a little bit to get relaxed. So let's make sure you're sitting straight and comfortable. Okay, and let's repeat the exercise we used to do with our head, like when we're taking a breath in and moving it to the side, and breathing out and moving it to the center. Nothing difficult, just concentration. Okay, let's go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Follow your own speed. В своем темпе сейчас продолжаем двигаться. Okay, and now let's move the shoulders a little bit more to get more relaxation. And using this relaxation, we will start the warm-up. Okay, stand up. And let your body relax. Let it fall to one side and another side. And again one side and another side. Let it fall into the diagonal here, forward and side. And another one. And again diagonal one. And diagonal two. Okay, now we'll add one more movement with your hand. We'll be moving forward and backward. Forward and back. And this one is something we don't need completely, yeah? We need this. And to do this, put your fingers on your shoulder and push it a little bit backwards and up. Прям взяли себя пальцами, надавили пальцами на подбородок. And once again, push. Not hard, of course, just to get the idea. Push. Good. Because if we use a lot of computer and this is the normal position of our neck, which is extremely bad for our neck and our abdominals and our back. So push it back. Okay. Let's relax the shoulders. Good. Let's move them forward. And now let's do this. One shoulder is moving forward, another backward. One forward, another backward. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. Вперед, назад. Вперед, назад. Вперед, назад. Let's do it both together. If it doesn't work, do one by one. Если не получается, делаем по одному. Good. Very good for your mind, very good for your body. Now, forward, backward. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. Go. And now let's combine them. Good. Let's relax the chest and muscles around it. Stretch it to the side. Good. And the other side. Parallel to the floor. Good. And one. And another. Push. And once again. Good. Now, let's open the chest and close the chest. Okay, and let's keep it closed. Yes? Now we're doing this. We're taking our shoulders up and pushing them down. Use the shoulder blades down. Мы поднимаем плечи вверх, опускаем вниз и давим вниз лопатками. So yes, use your shoulder blades down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Use your shoulder blades. Push. Yes. And push. Good. And push. You can actually feel your back muscles like this. Можем прям там нащупать мышцы спины, которые мы туда. And push. Good. And push. Yes. And push again. Good. Now, we'll get back to it later. Мы еще вернемся к этому движению. Now, let's relax the hips a little bit. Another direction. Good. Let's do it once again. And another direction. Very good. Now, bend your knees a little bit, сгибаем коленки, and do this movement with your hips. Forward and backward. Don't go to the extremes. Just rotate this. Continue doing it. Продолжаем делать. I suggest this. I turn on the sound for all of you. But if you have questions, feel free to turn it on. Okay? Because I can hear myself a little distracting. Я выключила звук. Если у вас есть вопросы, вы всегда можете его включить и задать их, да, не стесняйтесь. Пальчиком на кнопочку тык и поехали. Good. Now, feel like there is a magnet which is taking you to the middle of this movement when your hips are just going down. Down. Представили, что у нас там магнитик, и мы примагнитились к положению вниз. And when it is down, let's swing it a little bit to the side to relax it a little bit more. И после того, как мы примагнитились в центре, мы делаем движение из стороны в сторону для того, чтобы еще сильнее расслабиться. So feel like it's a pendulum, yes, and it's going from one side down. It's very important. We are doing it to give this feeling of movement down in the hips, heavy hips. Good. So it's not like dancing this, no, down. Чувствуем, как маятник у нас опускается вниз. То есть наши бедра стекают вниз. Не вот это. No, not this. Down, down. Good. Feel it, you are stable. Yeah? You can bounce like this. It's going down. Good. Now, push with your feet and go up, but do not unbend your knees completely. Like, use the comfortable position of your knees to have the same feeling in your hips. Мы сейчас выпрямляем колени, но не до конца, так, чтобы сохранить именно это ощущение в теле. So, in our belly, we're going up, and in our back, we're going down. So, if you have to keep your knees a little bit like this, it's okay. So, do not unbend them to lose this feeling, no. Up and down. And now let's do this pendulum movement, but very small, with our knees unbent. И сейчас мы повторяем движение этого маятника, очень маленькое, с прямыми коленями, ну, с практически прямыми. Yes, try to feel that your hips are going down, they have it. There's like a small pendulum, and you're going to the earth, more to the earth. Okay, very good. Let's keep this stable position for a while. You keep it. Остаемся в таком же положении. Keep it. And I'm going to talk a little bit. So, when we are doing our tango posture, we're talking a lot about our heavy hips going down. Yes, not like this. And this is absolutely clear for everybody, I suppose. If we're using high heels, it changes a little bit due to the natural incline of the hips. But that's another talk. But the hips are heavy and knees are free, not bent, not too much straight, free. Okay. And then we always say that we have our ribs closed and shoulder blades down, which altogether gives us a very stable center, but sometimes we might feel like we're too much tensed and we are going too much down. So there is a trick. We use our heavy hips. We, yes, use the shoulder blades down. We don't raise shoulders up. And now we kind of raise the chest just a little bit without opening it. That's what we are going to do. Когда мы занимаемся танго, мы всегда говорим про то, что наши бедра тяжелые, лопатки вниз, плечи не поднимаем, центр собранный, ребра вместе. Но тогда мы очень часто превращаемся в вот такого качка. Да, вот этого нам не надо. Мы сейчас сделаем трюк, который поможет нам более танго позицию здесь получить. Поднять грудную клетку. Okay, so what we are doing? Let's repeat this pendulum in the hips just a little bit. Повторяем этот маятник в бедрах. Чувствуем, что бедра наши тяжелые. You can put one hand on your center, another on your lower back, just to make sure that one is going up, another is going down. Comfortable position, yeah? Good. When we are ready, when we are heavy, unbend the knees a little bit, yes? Good. And now, what we are doing, we are putting shoulders down, shoulder blades down, chest closed, but up and forward, yes? I'm stretching it forward and up, not losing it, not like this. So yes, everything is closed, shoulder blades down, ribs closed, hips down, and I'm stretching it, palm to the front, without opening it, just stretching. And it should actually feel good. И я растягиваю себя, да? And now when I am stretched, I'll check just one more point. Look at my center. I have the center in and then going forward, not out and then going forward, because this results in this movement in my back. I don't need it. Center in and forward and up. Yeah, feels good? Let's do it once again. So relax, do whatever movement you want. Я говорила о том, что центр, да, мы обязательно держим вниз. Наши бедра тяжелые назад. Okay, relax the hips. Do a pendulum if you need. Good. Now, shoulder blades down, ribs closed. And from this position, center in and forward and up. Good. Now, let's go to the extreme. Мы это все сделали, центр внутрь проверили, да? I'm trying to reach more forward and up, and I have to compensate it with my hips if I want to reach too much forward. And I'm getting back to this more comfortable position. And I'm stretching more forward and compensated it with my hips going back and getting back. И в этом положении я начинаю тянуться еще больше. И бедра мои в качестве компенсации уходят назад. И возвращаюсь. Yes. And once again, more forward. And hips compensate and go back a little bit. And they're still heavy and grounded. And getting back. And then let's do it once again with both arms forward and back. So this is my normal position. Whether I'm a man or a woman, this, not this, not this, not this, this. Yes? I am very grounded. I'm very much relying on myself, and I'm totally interested in my partner. And then there are some changes for men and women. И в этом положении я стою, да, я очень заземленная, с очень тяжелыми бедрами, да, и расслабленными, это помогает мне находить баланс, и при этом тянусь к партнеру. Good. Now, let's try to make it even more grounded. We're going to kind of dance a little bit. Have you ever imagined yourself Michael Jackson? You'll have to. Немножко с вами как будто бы потанцуем. Представим себя Майклом Джексоном. I'm standing on one foot, I'm trying to keep my hips stable, and I'm doing this movement. So I'm pushing my hips forward and backward. I promise I will explain later why we have to do it. And it's not up, it's just forward. Вот в этом положении вес у меня на одной ноге, и я свой таз выношу вперед и назад. Вперед и назад, но не вверх. Not up, forward. Forward. I use one standing leg. This one has no weight. It just helps me to keep the balance. Good. Now we're going to do this, kind of a wave in our body, but we really need this, I promise. So we're going forward in the hips, forward in the stomach, forward in the chest, and forward in the head, and then we're going back. Делаем как будто бы волну. First actually comes the knee. Knee, hips, chest, and head, and go back. Коленка, бедра, живот, грудь, и ушли назад. You can use your free leg to help you a little bit with the balance, it's okay. So, doesn't matter how it looks, try to get this feeling of going upwards in your front part of your body. И не важно сейчас, как это выглядит, нам нужно достигнуть ощущения, что я иду вперед по передней части тела или вверх по передней части тела. It's actually very good for your health, no matter how it looks. So once again, now let's start not with the knee. Imagine this movement starting from your foot. Представляем, что мы начинаем прямо со стопы. So you actually have this movement up in the front part of your body. And front. And front. And continue moving. make it flow. И продолжаем движение, ну как получается. Good. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to move upwards in the front part of our body and move down in the back. So forward and back. And I'm kind of very, very stable in this leg. So forward and back. And I feel like this leg is so stable because with all this energy I have got, I'm pushing down. И сейчас я пытаюсь всю эту энергию направить вниз. Вот я ушла наверх. И я давлю вниз, назад, то есть по задней части своего тела я давлю вниз. Forward and push. Forward and push. It's like I'm taking this energy like a circle forward and pushing it backwards. Forward and pushing it backwards. And it's going through all my back part of the body, like from the head to the back, with all my muscles. I'm pushing towards the floor here. And I'm not going down, I'm just pushing. And try to feel how stable you are. I'm really pushing with the muscles of my leg. Я здесь действительно давлю на пол всей спиной и мышцами. Feel the difference, like right now I'm just standing here. I'm standing, I'm not pushing. And now I'm pushing. I think you can see the difference. Я думаю, что разница видна. Сейчас я просто стою. Just standing, doesn't matter how my knee looks. And pushing. Pushing with my whole body, with my whole back towards my standing leg. And now relaxing and going forward and pushing. Very, very stable. And pushing. And make sure your baseline works. Like we do not relax our muscles completely in tango. We use the back, we use the chest, we use the core, we use the standing leg, all of it. We use the butt, we use the abductor. The leg works. И у нас все мышцы работают в этом процессе, когда я давлю на пол. And down. 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 And let's just change it a little bit. We're not going to go very much down and backwards like this. We're going to bend our knee a little bit less and stay forward. Yes, like in the tango position. I'm not back and bend the knee too much. I'm doing this and staying in this position, but very stable, pushing towards it, using all of my muscles, like upwards and backwards. Upwards and backwards. Upwards and backwards. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Good. How do you feel? Do you feel stable? I feel like, I don't know, I'm a tree. I'm absolutely stable. All my muscles working and pushing towards the floor and pushing from the floor at once. Like, yes, try to feel this now in stability. И сейчас почувствуем, что пока мы стоим, у меня все мышцы идут вперед и вверх, и назад и вниз. So when I'm standing, I can feel this kind of a wave in the front part of my body, pushing me up, and in the back, pushing me down. And I'm kind of super balanced and super grounded, at least when I don't talk. И я чувствую, что по передней части моего тела эта волна все время идет вверх, и по задней части тела она все время идет вниз. И все мои мышцы опорной ноги работают. И я такая очень заземленная и очень активная, я активно стою. So, might sound weird, but I'm very actively standing. Look, not just standing, actively standing. Yes, there's constant movement up and constant movement down. And now let's do just one more thing to it. Boom. And relax the free line, if it's not relaxed yet. So the constant movement here, constantly going in all of my body. And here nothing. Итак, я чувствую, что у меня очень активно двигается моя опорная линия. Вверх-вниз, вверх-вниз, вверх-вниз. И последним этапом я освобождаю свободу. Maybe you have to relax it a little bit more. But it's okay. When we have a fully stable baseline, the free line will get free. The problem why we can't get our free line free is generally that we don't have the base. So our body is not working properly. That's why it can't relax, because it needs this line to help to support us or do whatever. If we are very stable in the core and in the baseline, we can get the free line completely free. Проблема, почему мы не можем освободить нашу свободную линию, как правило, в том, что у нас нет опоры. И тогда нам эта нога нужна, чтобы помочь нам держать баланс или еще что-то. Если мы здесь действительно работаем, то здесь мы можем расслабиться. Okay, we have to do it all on another leg, because we've been just doing one leg. Okay, let's move a little bit, like 10 seconds. Do whatever you want with your body. Good. And now let's repeat. So I'm using one standing leg, trying to keep the hips relaxed and moving them forward and back. This Michael Jackson kind of thing. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Or rather, forward and relax. Да, Майкл Джексон. Вперед и расслабили. Вперед и расслабили. Вперед и расслабили. Not too much forward, not like this. No, just forward, forward, forward. Why I was starting with the hips? Because this is the most powerful part of our body. Lots of our weight is concentrated there. Lots of our muscles there and all that. So all of our center is moving forward. Good. Now let's do the wave. С Майклом Джексоном закончили, пошли к волне. So from your standing foot, from your knee, upwards, upwards, and upwards. Go up, and up, and up. And doesn't matter how it looks, just feel this idea that we are going up in the front part of the body, front. И не важно, насколько красиво или некрасиво это получается, сама идея, что мы идем вверх по передней части нашего тела. Good. And now let's add this movement in the back. И добавим движение в спине. So we're going forward and up. And now pushing down in the back leg, yes? Front, up and back, down. Front, up and back, down. Up and push down. First, push hard, no matter what position you are in, just push. Push with your shoulder, push with your back, push with your butt, push with all of your standing leg, push. И вначале даже не важно, как красиво мы стоим, но всем телом мы прям туда давим. Давим плечом, лопаткой, правой половиной спины, у меня сейчас правой, ягодицей давим вниз, ногой давим вниз. And push. And push. And push. Давим. Прям давим. Давим. И давим. Давим. And let's make it a little bit more forward. So we're using the back part of our body, but in the dynamic position. So we're arriving in something more tango-like, yes? Something we can use. Forward. И мы сейчас делаем все то же самое. Мы давим по задней поверхности нашего тела, но сильно назад не уходим. То есть мы остаемся в переднем положении, но далее. And when you are ready, stop it. И когда вы готовы, вы можете остановиться и проверить. Okay, stop. And what I see in this position, I'm pushing very hard with my back, with my shoulders, with shoulder blades, with all my body. I'm pushing down very hard. It's even hard to speak. And I'll try to create these movements simultaneously. So at once I'm going up and down. Up and down. Try to feel it, like in the front part I'm going up, in the back part I'm going down. И с того положения, когда я только давлю вниз, я пытаюсь создать одновременно ощущение и вверх, и вниз. Я сейчас серьезно давлю. Вы слышите, если у меня сбилось дыхание, значит я как бы работаю. It's kind of hard, but try to make it as stable as possible. Push. If I'm out of breath, then I'm definitely working out very hard, guys. Normally I don't get out of breath. And when you are ready, when it's very, very powerful in your body, relax the free line and keep it going in your baseline. And maybe relax it even more in the free line and keep it going in the baseline and keep it going. And feel like you're so stable, like nothing could move you from this place. Nothing. Whoever pushes you or something, you're not rigid, you're just strong. Elastic, yes. It's not like anything is blocked, but it's like all the muscles are working at once. All the muscles of the standing line. The free line is free. И мы сейчас заземленные такие, что нас ничто отсюда не сдвинет. Не деревянный солдатик, нет. Все это течет, все меняется, все мышцы работают одновременно, чтобы дать нам баланс. I hope it feels good. At least for me it does. Now, let's relax and do something. Like whatever you want to make your body relax. Let's agree, you do whatever you want. Все, что хотите, вы сейчас двигаете, and I'll keep talking a little bit while you're moving. Or you're standing or whatever, taking a breath. In tango, we constantly hear this phrase, relax, relax. You don't have to have too much tension. But the thing is that if we have this very stable and very active position and we relax, we'll keep this position. Because we have this inside movement in our body going. But if something is not working, like I'm only going forward and I'm not going back, and they tell me, relax, what happens? Or I'm going just down and I'm not going forward, and they tell me, relax, what happens? So I have to have these two movements in my body and have them active. And then, if I relax, I'm in a stable position. I'm going to say it in Russian because it's very important, I think. Нам часто говорят, да расслабьтесь, вы расслабьтесь. Но проблема в том, что если я стою правильно, если у меня есть движение вверх и вниз, и у меня все стабильно, и я расслабляюсь, вот я сейчас активная, и расслабляюсь. Я остаюсь в том же самом положении, потому что эти вещи делаются не мышцами, у нас есть фасции, сухожилия, наше тело очень умное. Но если у меня есть только движение вперед и вверх, и мне говорят, расслабься, что произойдет? Видно? Фигня произойдет, мне такое не нужно. И то же самое, если у меня есть только движение назад, вниз, и мне говорят, расслабься, что произойдет? Поэтому вверх и вниз, вверх и вниз, вверх и вниз. И когда мы этого достигли, мы можем расслабиться. So what we're going to do now is kind of relax. Try to feel this movement going. Because it's not our muscles which create this movement. Muscles help. So what is the function of muscles in our body? Is to change this angle between the bones. To change the ratio between the bones. This is the function of the muscles. And the movement is created by many other things too. So we have I don't know, lots of things in our body. I just not comfortable at translation, but I will look them up in the dictionary next time. So let's create this movement. Let's try to have it inside our body. To have it going and not to have too much tension. Not push very hard now. No, we're not pushing very hard. И сейчас мы стараемся создать вот это движение в своем теле, которое постоянно идет, но уже не включая мышцы настолько сильно. Yeah, it was good. I'm just standing. I'm actively standing. Я стою активно, and I'm not too tensed. I'm not using too much force to do it, but I'm feeling this constantly going, because the moment I stop it going will happen this, or this, or something else. So I have to keep this movement to think of it. And then I will be active and everything will be good. And actually I need this in my real life too. So this active presence, this active feeling of my body, I need it in any kind of exercise, and even in real life. И по-хорошему мне нужно создавать такое ощущение в своем теле всегда. Let's change the leg and do it on another one. So first we're having this big movement of weight. Then we're kind of just taking it inside of our body. Inside. And I feel this circle going in my body. I'm not using too much tension to do it, but I'm using these directions. Because the moment I drop it, something will happen like this, or like this, or anything else actually. То есть у меня постоянно идет это движение. Я не использую мышцы, может быть, но это мне пригодится всегда, когда я стою на остановке, когда я разговариваю с начальством, все что угодно в моей жизни. Good. And now, how do we use it in our everyday life, actually? The most useful thing is to use it while sitting. If you have a chair, take a chair. Если у вас есть стул, возьмите стул. У всех есть стул. Если нет стула, можно сесть на коврик, ничего страшного. Personally, I think that sitting is one of the most uncomfortable things in the world. Я убеждена, что сидеть — это одна из самых неудобных вещей в мире. Because most of the time, when we're sitting, we end up in a position like this. Well, me personally. Or like this. Or, which is worse, like this, because there is tension in the back. So what we are going to do is a little bit of lap dance. No, I'm kidding. Try to sit, don't go too much back because it's going to be hard, yes? Sit on the edge of the chair. Like I'm using the edge of the chair so that I can actually move my hips. And do you remember this Michael Jackson movement? So what I'm doing is I'm rolling backwards and rolling forward. Я сижу на краешке стульчика и как бы прокатываюсь тазом в одну сторону и в другую сторону. This is a good exercise anyway. Very useful. Это, в принципе, хорошее упражнение. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm rolling forward and taking it forward. Do you remember what we did standing? And forward and up. So forward and up. Yes, and I have this band in my back. It's okay. And I'm going forward and up. И я прокатываю сюда ту же самую волну, которая была в моем теле, которая идет вперед и вверх. Вперед и вверх. Вперед и вверх. Okay, now we're going to use our muscles too. So we're going forward and up, and with our back arm pushing towards the chair, like I want to go inside this chair. I can actually even use my
hands to help me a little bit, but I'm pushing very much down towards the chair with my back. И мы сейчас прям включаем мышцы, мы делаем движение вперед и вверх, и через заднюю часть нашего тела давим вниз. Как будто мы из какого-то колодца хотим вылезти, и прям давим, 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 и ягодицами давим, и спиной давим. So now, right, I use a lot of tension in all my back, and even in my neck a little bit, under the shoulder blades. It's like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger at stage. Whew. Up and push. И я прямо вот здесь напрягаюсь, прямо вот как Шварценеггер на сцене. Upward and back and push. Push down. Forward and up and down. Good. Forward and up and down. And now, from this movement down, still using the muscles, I create the movement up. И сейчас все еще используя мышцы, я создаю движение и наверх, и вниз одновременно. So I'm using a lot of tension, you can hear by my breath. Tension to go up and tension to go down. A lot of muscle tension. Я сейчас использую мышцы, чтобы двигаться наверх по передней части тела и назад по задней части тела. And now, in a magical moment, I'm going to relax. И в какой-то момент я собираюсь расслабиться. Relax. And feel like it's still going forward and up, backward and down. But I don't need muscles anymore to take part in this movement. И у меня все еще идет движение вверх, движение вниз, но мне больше не нужны мышцы для того, чтобы дополнить это движение. And like this, I can actually keep sitting for ages. И в таком положении я могу сидеть очень долго, и мне будет комфортно. I hope it feels good. I hope you can catch this movement. But if not, remember, so it's constant forward and up, down and backwards, like a constant circle in my body. And I don't need to use a lot of muscle tension to keep it going. I used to do it to understand the correct movement and the correct direction of this movement. But now I don't need this tension anymore. И я сейчас отключаю мышцы, мне не нужны мышцы для того, чтобы поддерживать это движение. Не совсем отключаю, но тем не менее, ни одна не напрягается сильнее, чем другие, нет избыточного напряжения. Но у меня все время есть вот это круговое движение вверх и вперед, назад. I hope it feels good. Okay, now, while we are still sitting, let's repeat the exercise with the head and the breath, because right now your body should feel very comfortable while sitting. So we're taking a breath in, and we're letting this breath move our head to the side. And we're breathing out and moving the head to the center. And breathe in and to the other side. And breathe out and to the center. И мы повторяем сейчас упражнение с головой, которое мы делали в начале урока. Мы даем нашему дыханию двигать нашу голову. Но поскольку мы сейчас сидим комфортнее, и движение должно быть легче. So let your head move on its own for just a little while. Пускай сама там двигается какое-то короткое время. Good. And now we'll do this. We'll try to relax as much as possible while sitting. I think they call it the position of a cabman. Yeah, like you are sleeping while you're in a cab. Говорят, что это позиция кучера, да, спящего, ямщика. So relax as much as possible. Now, wake up, but continue sitting in this position and listen to me what we'll do. Сейчас оставайтесь в этом положении, послушайте, что мы будем делать, а потом делайте. So first, listen and watch, and then do. From this completely relaxed position, I will try to create this movement up and down in my body. Из этого абсолютно расслабленного положения я постараюсь создать движение вверх и вниз, о котором мы говорили. So, and actually, it's the same movement of a tree, which we used at the previous session, but kind of upgraded. Tree level up. И это как то же самое упражнение про дерево, которое мы делали на прошлом уроке. Абсолютно то же самое, просто следующий уровень. And now let's relax totally again. Like, fall asleep, turn off. And now turn on. И теперь, как будто нас выключили, мы такие включаемся. Have you watched all those movies about robots, like the Terminator? It's like you turn off and turn on. This movement up and down, yes? And turn off. Мы как терминатор такой, который кнопку в угол нажали, электроник, да? Ури, где у него кнопка? Вот кнопку нажали, и такие... And a few times more. И еще несколько раз. And the last one. Do it properly. И последний. Good. So what I would like to pay your attention to, this is very important, is that the movement we generally talk as the movement up is not just a movement up, it's a circle going forward and up. So up in the forward part of your body and down in the back. And all together, they give us this balanced feeling of moving up. But in reality, it's forward and backward. And then we're centered. And we can always use it in any exercise, in tango, whatever, wherever. Очень важно, да, это то, что то движение, про которое мы говорим наверх, это на самом деле не движение наверх линейное, это движение по кругу, в передней части наверх и в задней части вниз, и тогда мы будем центрированными без зажимов. Okay, now let's try continuing this movement in our body while doing something, I don't know, useful for the muscles. Продолжим это делать сейчас в упражнении, полезном для наших мускулов. If you have a chair like mine, you can usually actually stand up from a chair. If it's not comfortable, we'll do a regular squat or something. So we are having our legs wide, and we're having this movement in your body. So we are thinking of this movement in the body, nothing else. И мы расставили ноги и сейчас думаем только об этом движении в нашем теле. And let's use the impulse up a little bit more to get up. И я продолжаю чувствовать этот круг. And we're continuing this circle movement. And while continuing this movement, I'm going down back to the chair and continuing this movement. So the main thing is that I use the edge of the chair. Да? Мы с вами сидим на краешке стула. И используя это движение, I just use a little bit more up and forward to go up. And I'm still continuing to go down. And I'm trying not to fully relax here, yes? Because it's a fitness class, we're not relaxing. Я стараюсь до конца не расслабляться. And up. Yes, of course our legs do participate in the movement, but I'm concentrating on the circle in my body. And up. And down. Yes? So the main thing is to keep your body stable. И концентрируемся, да, то есть как будто бы просто чуть-чуть усиливается это движение. И когда мы идем вниз, оно тоже усиливается, потому что Поехали. Okay, so try to make it as stable as possible. And actually, I suggest that you can do this movement with your hands too, because it helps our body understand what's going on. А давайте вы тоже будете двигать руками для того, чтобы ваше тело тоже включалось в то, что происходит. Yes, why not? So we're moving our hands towards ourselves, yes? Front up, back down. And not fully relaxing here in the downwards position. And up. And down. And now you know what? Use the chair as little as possible. Just touch the chair, but not sit on the chair. So touch and go. And go down. And touch and go. Continue this movement with your arms. И мы сейчас не садимся на стул, мы сейчас только касаемся стула и продолжаем делать движение руками. Yeah, I like it, feels good. Feels like a ballerina with a boat show. No, not that good, but still good. Because normally, this kind of a squat, the plie, would be an extremely hard thing to do to keep your body stable. Most people would do it not correctly. And you are doing very well right now, because you have the circle in your body. Okay. Now, what I suggest is this. If this movement is hard enough for you, you feel like you are doing well, you feel the tension in your muscles, you continue like this. Если вам хорошо, если вы чувствуете, что ваши мышцы работают, продолжайте как есть. If you want to do it a little bit harder, just get rid of the chair and go more down. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, for example, because I don't want to do another squat workout. So I'll just go more down and more up. Just continue this circle in my body. So the hard thing is to concentrate on this movement and do not lose it. Тяжело сконцентрироваться на этом движении и не потерять его. Но все возможно. Yes, do not go too deep down if you are losing this feeling. Не идем глубже, чем момент, в который мы можем потерять это движение. And last 3. 1. 2. And 3. Very good. And now stand up, drop your hands, and feel like actually this circle is totally going on in your body. И сейчас, когда мы все это отпустили, руки отпустили, чувствуем, что весь этот круг, он до сих пор происходит в нашем теле. Like, you know, when you go in a merry-go-round and you leave it, the world continues circulating around you. This is just the same, but inside our round body. Как помните, с карусельки мы вышли, и мир продолжает кружиться. Sorry, my cat is doing something bad. Ай-яй-яй! Ай-яй-яй! I'm back here. Итак, как мы на карусельке, да, только не мир вокруг нас крутится, когда мы сошли, а внутри нас этот круг. If you can use it in everything you do, it will be just perfect. But obviously it's not that easy. And remember, we've been just talking about the circle in the body. We haven't been using the legs fully yet. We have just approached it. И мы сейчас говорили про круг в теле, да, то есть тело это вот отсюда, вот до сюда. Мы еще до конца не говорили про ноги. Там это тоже работает, но мы об этом поговорим попозже. Okay, and now let's just do a little bit of fitness, very quick, to engage a few of the muscles we use in our body. And let's try to think of this very circle while doing these things. I'm going to move my mat a little bit to be side to you. And Actually, what we are going to do is pretty easy. It's not difficult. And I want it to be easy. I don't want it to be difficult. Okay. So, we are going to be on our knees in the plank position. But on our knees, it's important because if we do it like this, it's very easy to lose this movement. It's kind of too hard. So, we are on our knees, hands in the comfortable position, arms in the comfortable position. And we are going to do, let's do the same. Let's do this wave. First of all, forward, forward, yes? Forward. But we are standing not with the foot, we are standing from our knees, so we're going forward, yes? Forward, and forward, and forward, and forward, and forward. It must be a little bit harder than while standing, but still. So, and hips go forward, and all the body goes with the hips. Good. Now, let's push with the back down. Yes, use the muscles to push. It's kind of a hard position. And drop it. And go forward and push. Like what we did standing, yes? And pushing. And forward and push. Yes? Use your muscles. И мы сейчас делали волну и давим назад, как мы делали мышцами стоя. Вперед и вверх. И давим назад всеми нашими мышцами. Okay, last one. Do it properly. Последний. Волна и надавили. Now, while we're pushing with the muscles, we're adding this movement forward and up and backward and down, like getting into this perfect plank position. Well, as perfect as you can do. И мы сейчас добавили к мышечному движению, которое у нас было, еще и мышечное движение вперед и вверх. И нам сейчас тяжело. And now, kind of relax the muscles, but try to feel the same kind of a circle in your body without using a lot of muscle tension. И сейчас мы немножечко отпустили мышцы, но стараемся держать то же самое положение круга в нашем теле. It's more difficult than while standing, of course. И это тяжелее, чем когда мы стоим. But it's a perfectly centered position we need to use for most of the exercises. Но это идеальное положение, которое нам нужно. So I go forward and up and backward and down. So thus we are as stable as possible and this is as safe as possible for our back and the rest. И мы сейчас очень стабильные, очень центрированные, и это все очень безопасно. Let's relax a little bit like this. Just go back and relax. Okay, and from this position, we are creating the plank, the knee plank again, but try not to use too much of muscles. Try to create this moment like when we did the wake up, sitting on the chair, this wake up here, and getting it perfectly straight, but not using too much of our muscles. Yeah? И мы сейчас из того положения приходим сюда, и мы не слишком сильно задействуем мышцы, но создаем вот это движение вверх и вперед и назад и вниз. Good, and let's just keep it a little while. I can't see you doing it, but it's okay, because actually you need to feel it. Я вас сейчас не вижу, но главное, чтобы вы чувствовали, что происходит. Okay, go back and relax. And let's do it again. Ooh. Okay, good. Now, last thing to check is your neck. Yeah, if you drop it like this, it's hard to use this circulation in your body. Yes, your head is the continuation of your spine. И голову не бросаем, головушку нашу бедную несчастную, потому что голова — это продолжение позвоночника. Okay. Now we're going to do one last relaxation and one last come into this pose, not using too much of muscle tension, but using this idea of a circle in the body. Okay, backwards and relax. And now let's turn on and get here. And now let's make it a little bit more difficult. Just if it's good enough, stay here. If it's not good enough, let's go on. И сейчас мы сюда добавим еще немножечко, совсем для того, чтобы нам было весело. Think of the circulation in your body and bend your arms and push up. Think of the circle in your body. Don't think of your arms. Think of the circle in your body. Думаем о круге в теле, не думаем о руках. Руки — это неизбежное следствие. Круг в теле, круг в теле. Круг в теле, круг в теле. И в тот момент, когда тяжело, больше думаем о круге в теле. Just, I don't know, 2 or 3 more times. Circle in the body. And once again. Circle in the body. Think of this circle. And last one. Circle in the body. Okay, good. And backwards, and let's relax a little bit. Very good, guys. Now, let's do this. Let's put one of our legs forward here. Keep your hips closed. Ногу вперед, оба бедра закрыты. And just relax. Relax as much as possible. If your relax comes here, it's okay. Yes, if your relax is here, it's also okay. Да, помню, что мы расслабляемся в комфортном для себя положении, без каких-либо усилий. And if it's kind of not enough, you can use your circle in your body, yeah, to push you down. And your arms too, to push you down. И если вам еще недостаточно хорошо, вы можете руками помочь себе и надавить на себя вниз. And let's relax and go forward. If you need to go here, it's okay. Here, it's okay. Here, it's okay. И расслабляемся. Good. Now, put your hands on the floor. Put your toe on the floor. Push the floor. Try to think of the circle in your head and think of the circle in your body. And let's think of the circle just a little bit while doing the plank. Just a little bit. Yes, not 2 songs like previous class. Just a little bit, but make it perfect. Because actually, if you make it perfect, you can only last a few seconds. You can only last 2 songs if you are not trying to make it perfect. И стараемся здесь идеально все создать, да? То есть, когда мы стараемся создать все идеально, это намного тяжелее. Мы не выдержим 2 песни, когда мы стараемся все сделать идеально. Okay, and now use your body to move another leg forward. Hips closed, yes, not open. Hips closed. Oof. This hip doesn't want to close. And breathe out and relax. If you're using your arms, it's absolutely okay. If it's not enough, you can use them to push you down. Если нужно, можем здесь руками себе помочь, надавить на себя вниз. Да, то есть помним про этот круг в теле, давим на себя. Okay, and go forward and relax. If you use your elbows to rest, it's okay. If you use your arms to rest, it's okay. If you can go down completely, it's also okay. Расслабляемся, да, то есть если нужно наверху, можно уйти вниз, как получается. Okay, hands on the floor, toes on the floor. Get into this plane, try to make it perfect. A little bit, just a little bit more. Немножечко совсем, да, но стараемся сделать это очень качественно, да, чтобы not this, now circle, yes, create this circle. Very good. Now put your knees on the floor and think a little bit more of this circle going on. Your abs should be actually working as well as your back. И опускаемся на коленочки, продолжаем думать об этом круге. И пресс наш в этот момент работает, и спина наша в этот момент работает. Все у нас работает. Okay, now we're going back to our knees, putting one leg forward, and just going a little bit down to this leg. Try to make your back straight. Мы сейчас наклоняемся к передней ноге, но помним, что наша спина должна быть прямой. So if you have to make your back like this, it doesn't make sense. So what we need is to bend in the hip joint. You don't need to go deep. You just need to bend. Да, то есть мы сгибаемся в суставе, не скрючиваемся. Лариса, я и отсюда даже вижу, что ты скрючиваешься. No. If it goes like here, it's okay. Just even a little movement of bending in this joint is good for you. If there is no enough balance, you can use something to help you. Если баланса не хватает, что-нибудь можем использовать. Okay, now let's go with our weight to the front foot and go down here. Yes? Nothing special. Or you can just do it like this or like this. It's okay. Where is your comfortable position? And if it's good enough, you stop here. If it's not good enough, you put your back leg straight. Да, если нам там было хорошо, там мы остаемся. Если было недостаточно хорошо, то выпрямляем ноги. So the idea is to go down. Whether it's down here or down here, doesn't matter. Да? То есть наша задача идти вниз. А в каком именно положении не столь важно. Or you can do it like this. It's a little harder. Okay. Put your knee on the floor, which is always up. And go back to the previous exercise. И мы возвращаемся сейчас к прошлому нашему упражнению. I hate it. I don't like it at all, but I have to do it. And you have to do it too. You don't need to go too deep, yes? Even a little stretching puts all those necessary hormones in your blood, so it's already good for you. Даже немножечко растяжки уже запускает все нужные гормоны нам в кровь, да, поэтому не нужно идти сильно далеко, нужно задать направление. Okay, and let's go forward and relax down. Good. And now push with your front leg. Go up here. If you're losing balance, think of the circle in your body and change the leg. And again, the idea is the same. You can use something to help you, or you can just use your own balance. We are bending in the joint. We are not doing this. Yes, straight back. Да, спину держим прямой. Не скрючиваемся, да, не круглим поясницу. Складываемся в суставе. So it's like I'm constantly trying to move my stomach towards my leg. I'm not that good at it either, so sometimes it's kind of not perfect, but I'm trying to work on it. Okay, put your front foot on the floor, go down with your hips, kind of relax them, and if you want to, go up here. If you don't want to, don't go up. Если хотим, мы уходим наверх. Если не хотим, то не уходим. But we are finishing it with the knee down. Но заканчиваем мы в любом случае в положении, когда колено у нас вниз. And go back to the previous one. And relax a little bit more. And once again, go to the front. Go down with the hips, relax here. And push and get back to this position. Now let's relax for a little while. And try not to forget to breathe. Try to use your back to breathe. Like your back now is expanding when you take a breath in. Your back is expanding. Even your butt is expanding. And breathe out. So breathe deep, breathe comfortable. And what we are going to do now is to do this turn on or wake up feeling. И что мы сейчас делаем? Это мы с вами делаем вот это вот пробуждение электроника. So go up and create a circle in your body. Yes, again the circle. You are feeling good. And the last thing to do will be to repeat the exercise with the breathing and the head. И последнее, что мы с вами сделаем, это повторим упражнение для головы. So breathe in and take your head to the side. Breathe out and take it to the center. And use your own rhythm, your own breath. Try to make sure it's like your head is moving on itself, if it's possible. Да, и стараемся поддерживать свой собственный ритм, свое собственное дыхание.
И как будто наша голова двигается сама по себе. Just a minute of this movement. Good. And now relax and do nothing. А сейчас мы просто ничего не делаем. And now take a breath. Breathe out. Move some of your body if you need to. And come closer to the camera to say goodbye. And turn on your microphone. Yeah. Okay, thank you for joining. I'm glad you're with me. Спасибо, что вы со мной. Наташа, ты без звука, включи себе звук. How are you feeling?
Ну, все, да, включила. Все классно, растянулись вообще во всех направлениях. Меня до сих пор волнует.
Okay, we haven't been doing a lot of, I don't know, exercises for muscle today and not a lot of stretching, but I wanted to make sure you understand this concept of the wave going up and down because it's something very, very important for any kind of physical movement, for any kind of physical activity, and we are going to continue working with it. Мы сегодня с вами не так уж много делали упражнений для мышц или там на растяжку, но вы это прекрасно сделаете и без меня. Я хотела, чтобы идея вот этой вот постоянной волны, она как-то осела в голове, потому что это очень мощная идея, которую можем использовать и в танго, и не в танго, и вообще где угодно. Okay, thank you guys. I have not exceeded my time limit today. Normally it's 1 hour 15 minutes. It's like I like blah 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 and I won't go more than this because for fitness activities 1:15 is pretty enough. Otherwise we start losing the concentration. Я сегодня, видите, 1:15 уложилась. Не так уж много потрындеть. Просто потому что потом мы начинаем терять физическую концентрацию. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them. Если есть вопросы, задавайте. Да, Марина?
Почему все упражнения делаются на счет 8? Я просто вчера досматривала марафон и кое-что делала. И я обратила внимание, ну, не столько в танго, а когда мы фитнес делаем, почти везде на счет 8.
Okay, that's an interesting question. Why do we use number 8 to do all of the exercises, not only in tango, but also in fitness? She made this observation while watching the tango exercise marathon. So I'm going to answer in Russian first and then in English. На самом деле причина простая. Все это растет только из музыки. То есть все эти уроки проводят танцоры, и они привыкли считать восьмерками. В нормальном фитнесе цифра 8 используется наравне с... То есть есть подходы там на 6, на 8, на 10, кстати, редко, но используется на 12, на 15, и потом уже идет 20-25. То есть абсолютно равноправные вещи, да, то есть просто они так привыкли. So the answer is that all of the teachers at the marathon are dancers, and they are very much used to counting by 8s. So it's always 1 and 2 and 3, and the musical phrase is always 8 in like 99% of dances. That's why they use the number 8 for exercises as well. But in fact, in fitness, number 8 doesn't have any preferences. So there are exercises to do for 6, for 8, for 10, for 12, then for 15, for 20, for 25 are the most typical ones. So it actually doesn't matter. I'm trying to do as many as I feel comfortable. So if I'm doing one leg, another leg, yes, I'm trying to make them equal. but not always this works. If it's any other exercise, I just use as many as I need. Sometimes it's just 6, sometimes can be 60, so doesn't matter. Я делаю столько, сколько нужно всегда сама.
И еще у меня комментарий есть. После сегодняшнего вот этого дыхательного круга я легче села на коленки. Ну, когда коленки вперед и, ну, то есть более биологическое, ну, то есть более комфортное положение. То есть если ты с дыханием в него садишься, нагрузка распределяется по-другому, и тогда долго можно сидеть. Ай, то, что ты как раз говорила, это у меня кот играет, я извиняюсь, я не могу.
Marina said that while using this idea of the circle going with the breath and with the wave, it's more comfortable to sit on her knees, like more ergonomic. I don't know, is there such a word in English? So it's more kind of efficient, saves more energy. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad you enjoyed. Any more questions? Еще вопросы есть?
По поводу завтра, зарегистрируй меня, или как там, я насчет завтрашнего занятия.
Да, хорошо, ну, зарегистрирую, не проблема совершенно. The question was about tango class tomorrow, so nothing important. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. See you later. Hope to see you on Wednesday, same time. Let's continue working with this idea because personally, I like to explore it. So I'm using this opportunity to work together to kind of explore the new ways to get this idea, which comes from my other practices I have been doing for years, into the tango and into the bodies of tango dancers. И спасибо, что вы со мной. Мне действительно важно попробовать все эти идеи из других практик, которыми я занимаюсь, притащить танго и заставить тангерасы их делать. Okay, now, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
До свидания.